How to buy a house in the Netherlands. Hi everyone, thanks for watching my channel. This isn't my usual video, for normally all my videos are in Dutch. But as we see more and more expats who are buying houses in the Netherlands, it's high time to make a video, especially for everyone who's new to our beautiful country and wants to buy a home. So in this video, I will give you a step-by-step guide to buy a house. And please keep on watching until the end, because I will have something extra for you. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Laura and I am a real estate agent, or a makelaar as we call it. And you can find all sorts of videos on my channel, all about buying and selling a house. So please hit that subscribe button. First of all, let me tell you about the benefits of buying a house in the Netherlands. For starters, instead of giving all your money to the landlord, you're actually building equity for yourself. And also, if you are under the age of 35 and buying a property below a purchase price of 510,000 euros, you don't have to pay any transfer taxes, which are usually 2% of the value of the property. And thirdly, you can deduct your interest of your taxable income, so you will end up paying less taxes. Of course, the downsides of buying a house is most certainly that you need to be willing to live in the house for a longer period of time. This is because of the extra costs that you are paying, the buyer's costs, which are approximately 5% of the purchase price. It's usually not very handy to sell the house after 1 or 2 years. So I will walk you through the process step by step. The first step is, of course, preparation. The first thing to do when buying a home is your preparation. Make an appointment with a financial advisor. Because you're new to the subject, it's maybe best to compare different advisors. They can either differ in price, but also in the way that they can explain all the financial mambo-jambo in English. It is good to know that everyone who holds a Dutch BSN number can buy a home. The process of buying a home is exactly the same as it is for Dutch people. And even if you are on a temporary work contract, you can apply for a mortgage. You'll need to hand over a werkgeversverklaring or an intentieverklaring. This is a declaration of intent in which your employer states that he intends to extend your contract. After this appointment, you will know what mortgage you can get and what your monthly payments will be. It is very important to know that your mortgage will never be higher than 100% of the value of the home. In this overheated market, it happens more than often that in order to buy a house, you'll need to pay over the value of the house. This means that you'll need to have enough savings to pay this and also pay for the buyer's cost, which I mentioned earlier. What is different than in a lot of other countries is that you'll not get a pre-approval of the bank. Only once you've bought a house, you can apply for a mortgage. Step number 2, do you wish an aankoopmakelaar or not? Now you know what you can spend, it's high time to decide if you wish to have an aankoopmakelaar or a buying agent. This agent can help you with all sorts of things, like planning the viewings, check the house and of course the documents, help you to establish the fair value of the house, place the offer for you, help you with the purchase contract and all the way through to the notary. Especially because all the documents are in Dutch and you're buying a home in a foreign country without knowledge over the procedures and practices. Everything is new to you as well as the area. It can be very helpful for you. However, it's not mandatory. Step number 3, determine your search criteria. You're all set to start searching for a home. But before searching, I think it's best to determine your search criteria. Make a list of all your wishes and try to prioritize. This list will be your guideline throughout of your search. Of course, your wishes can change a bit during your search, but with this list, you can try to stay true to your wishes during the complete process. Step number 4, search for homes. Okay, let's go. This is the fun part. Most people start searching on funda.nl, which is the most complete housing site in the Netherlands, and you can also switch it to English. Be aware that in a lot of areas the market is so hot that it's best to lower your searching price on Funda so you don't get disappointed, as most of the houses will be sold above asking price. This of course can differ in different regions. If you are new to the area, it can definitely help to change the settings in Funda to map so you can see where the house is situated. Step number 5, start the viewings. Before visiting a house, it's good to check all the documents, which unfortunately are in Dutch. A couple of things which are important to check are, for example, what is the energy label? The higher the label, the better the house is isolated and the lower your energy costs will be. Also, with an energy label of B or higher, you'll be able to apply for a higher mortgage. Also, a lot of places in the Netherlands have leasehold, which means that the land is actually owned by the municipality and you will have the right to lease the property. This could mean extra costs per year and change the marketability of the house. However, in other places, ground lease is already paid off for eternity and the land lease is actually, it doesn't change anything. So it's good to check in on that. If you are planning on buying an apartment, it's wise to check everything about the owners association. You'll have to pay a monthly amount to the owners association, the service costs. The owner association is also called the VVE. They will arrange for the maintenance of the complete building. I already told you that the market in a lot of places in the Netherlands is super competitive. So in order to plan a viewing, it's important to be super quickly. Otherwise, chances are that you will be too late. Be aware that all viewings are mostly during office hours, which means extra difficulties planning. Step number 6, the viewing. Either you will have a private viewing or you will be part of an open house. In both situations, it's good to come prepared. Check all documents, especially the questionnaire, which is filled in by the seller, and the list of movable properties. Check during the viewing if there are any additional renovations required, and of course, also check how the area feels for you. Pictures can be a lot different than the actual situation. Furthermore, if you are new to the area, it's good to check the amenities. How is the house situated? Is it near to the supermarket or the public transportations and the restaurants? Step number 7, place an offer. Before thinking about placing an offer, it's good to know how many people have visited the property and how you can submit your offer. Is there a one-time possibility with a deadline, or can you maybe place an offer and negotiate? Because I am active in the Amsterdam region, in our case, most of the houses are sold with a deadline. This means that you have
one shot, one opportunity.
One shot, one opportunity to place your very best offer. Your offer is not only the purchase price, but it's also the transfer date and also the condition under which you are willing to buy the house. This can, for example, be a financial condition or a condition for a technical inspection. Please see your offer as applying for a new job. The seller will always compare the different offers that he has got, and my experience is that most often they choose for the buyer, which gives them the most security. Step number 8, the purchase contract. Once your offer is accepted, a lot needs to be done. First of all, the purchase agreement needs to be drawn, in which all agreements will be recorded. Only once both parties have signed the contract, there actually is an agreement which is binding. After signing the contract, you, as a buyer, have 3 days cooling down period, which means that you will be able to cancel the agreement without any fines. The seller, however, is binded by the contract as soon as it is signed. Step number 9, applying for a mortgage. To be completely honest, this is not my favorite part, but unfortunately mandatory if you need a mortgage. So please contact your mortgage advisor as soon as possible. He can immediately start the process to apply for a mortgage for you. You will also need to choose the notary to arrange the transfer of the ownership. You will need to arrange the technical inspection and also a valuation report. Hopefully, you'll have your approval within 6 weeks after applying. You'll get a binding offer, which you will need to sign. Step number 10, date of transfer. Finally, the day has come. You'll soon be the owner of your very first house in the Netherlands, but not before you do the final inspection. This is a very important part of the process because this is your chance to check if the house is still in the same state as it was when you bought it. After the transfer, all risks will pass over onto you. So if something is broken or gone, for example, this is your time to speak up. The notary then will arrange the transfer to take place. Prior to this event, you will have received an invoice in which you, for example, find what the total amount of money is that you'll need to transfer to the bank account of the notary. It's very important that the total amount is wired to his bank account at the day of transfer. The deed of transfer that you need to sign will of course be in Dutch, and so it is very important to have a translator during the appointment with the notary. This actually is mandatory. The notary will explain the deed for you and then you'll sign the deed. This is the moment you will get the keys of your new home. Happy new home! As you can see, there's a lot to know when buying a property in the Netherlands. This is why I have made a special guidebook for you. With a lot of more tips and tricks, you can download it for free. Thanks so much for watching this video. Actually, I made a lot of videos about buying a home, but of course they are all in Dutch. But you can use the English subtitles. You can see the complete playlist over here. See you next time.